Yo, today I'm gonna be showing you guys what I'm wearing for Horns of the Reach on my Stamina Nightblade real quick. I'll try and keep the video short and simple. This is really only for Battlegrounds. Right now I'm in PvP, just so I can show you what the stats would look like in a no CP campaign. You got about 2k stam recovery depending upon the food you use, with a potion up, about 1700 without the potion, and about 3k weapon damage when you're fully buffed. Those are your unbuffed stats. You should have about 29k stam, give or take, and about 20k health. Um, you want to wear 5 in pen and try and get your crit resist up as high as you can. If I had to wear anything else, it would be well fitted. But for the most part, you want in pen because your spell and physical resist is really low. You're really squishy. You have decent weapon crit for not having any CP. And on your back bar, without a potion, you have about 1900 stam recovery and about 3k weapon damage as well. But your back bar is all buffs. You have double take, relentless focus, rally, leeching strikes, resolving vigor, and soul siphon. And this is a heal bar. This is a run with the relic bar. You do everything on this bar as far as buffs go. You can see the tooltip on a few of the moves. Rally is your burst heal. Vigor is a heal over time for you and your allies. Relentless focus, you get your spectral bow. This is your major evasion and major expedition. And then leeching strikes always deserves a place on its bar. Over here on the front bar, you have surprise attack for the most part here, ambush, shadowy disguise, mass hysteria, killer's blade, and either incap or dawnbreaker. I say for the most part on surprise attacks you could switch it out with rending slashes, which goes really well in conjunction with some of the sets we try on this build. And I'll get right into the sets that we're using. Viper, they just changed that to do damage over time. It's still solid. It still fucking destroys people, believe me. Especially on Nightblade. You have 2 stam recovery enchants on the jewelry, 1 weapon damage. And then we're wearing 5 shellbreaker. It's all in pen. Max stam recovery, weapon damage, and when you deal damage with a light or heavy attack against the player with a damage shield, you deal an additional 2199 oblivion damage to him. That's like most people in Battlegrounds. Like every magic user in there, unless they're a healing Templar, is using damage shields. And this is great for getting through them. You have 5 Viper when you're on your front bar, and you also have an Oblivion damage enchant on your Viper sword with a precise trait. Traits won't really matter, like I'm sure Infuse and Learn Home would be better, but Sharpen and Precise work fine. I say Infuse because it would be great for this increased weapon and spell damage enchant, but Sharpen still does alright, and I don't think they have in Nernhund Viper, but I might try and get an infused one, honestly. Might even have one. I'll look into that. We're using 2 selene. Has a chance of doing 12k burst damage every 4 seconds when you deal direct damage. And then it does max stam. It has a telegram now that like shows them, but it's so hard for him to get out of that. And it really does burst them. Goes well in conjunction with heavy attacks and surprise attack combos with Viper, Shieldbreaker. If you want to make it a little harder on yourself, you switch the surprise attack to rending slashes, and you switch the selene to Veladrith, or not Veladrith, excuse me, Valken Skoria. Actually, which is pretty unique. I'm uploading a few videos this week, just bursting people over and over on the Stamblade with Skoria. And it's pretty fun, honestly. And you're like, what the fuck, why is he using Skoria on a Stamina Nightblade? And it does decent damage. Especially if we switch 2 Hundings at that point, and then do 5 Hundings with the Viper. If you don't want to use Viper, you can switch to agility if you'd like. And then at that point, just use 2 Lecky on your front bar, or something that gives weapon damage or max dam. Our back bar is a master greatsword, giving us 182 weapon damage, and it's powered. That's all I really care about, to increase our healing done. Because like I said, this is where all our healing gets done over here. And we can heal group members pretty solidly. Like 10k, 11k over 5 seconds, it's not bad at all. And Soul Siphon, this has saved me and group members multi-times in Battlegrounds. This is gonna be your killing move. This is your ulti and Killer's Blade. It bursts people. Oh yeah, the rest is history. You don't have to use skoria, obviously. If you're just getting started on this build, I would use 2 selene or 1 villagers and 1 kina for the max amount of weapon damage. 1 weapon damage from each piece on the shoulder and head. That shit would be legit. Otherwise, stick to the selene. It's meta for sure. Shield breaker. You're not using a bow on this build, but you could, and a bow goes real good with shield breaker as well. At that point, just swap one of these moves for poison injection, and swap the do all your damage on your 2H bar at that point, and make your bow bar your buff bar, and swap one of these moves for poison injection, and then just put rally up here and keep the same exact moves that you have right here, with the exception of maybe changing Killer's Blade to Executioner. But yeah, it's really fun, really bursty, solely for Battlegrounds. You can do so many things in Battlegrounds on this build. I'm about to hop in there right now and play some Chaos Ball, I hope, on a new map I'd like to see. But yeah, it's a solid build, guys. I would stick with Viper if you have it. Give Skoria a try. And then use Shieldbreaker or Huntings. Also, Cowards at that point. Okay, if you want an open world build, I'm gonna just go off topic real quick. If you guys want a cool open world build for Stamblade, use 5 Huntings on your body, and then use 5 Cowards on your outside, like your jewelry and weapons. When you sprint, you gain Major Expedition and Major Protection, reducing your damage taken and increasing your movement speed. Solid back bar to have, solid 5-piece to have in general. And then just use 5 Huntings with either 2 selene or 1 kina and 1 villager. You could also do that in Battlegrounds as well, but I definitely prefer the shield breaker. Like, shield breaker is insane in Battlegrounds. At times I'm just in there light attacking people to death. Like tanks, some of the tankiest players, Templars in heavy armor, Wardens, you name it, they go down with light attacks on this front bar. My fridge just ran out. But like I said, you're using the dubious food for stam recovery, max stamina, max health. And if you want, you can try and use tri-stat food. That's what I used last patch. You always gotta use potions on this build. I would recommend it at least in Battlegrounds, because of a passive that's gonna give you ultimate. After drinking a potion, you gain 20 ultimate. Like, you're getting in caps left and right with that. Also, I'd get your alchemy up, so that you get medicinal use. I don't have my alchemy up. I need to get it up just for that. I'm an orc, but you can easily be a red guard or whatever the fuck the other thing is, a wood elf. Pretty high, and it's pretty early in the morning. I've gone off topic by now, but you guys get the gist of it. You can use Dawnbreaker on this bar if you want, or Trap Beast instead of Shadowy Disguise. You can't always do Shadowy Disguise in some of these game modes like Chaos Ball and Capture the Relic, so yeah, you could potentially ditch that, but I would keep it for the most part because this is a gank blade, and we're ganking 15 plus kills a game for the most part. The same old setup from last patch. It's doing good. So yeah, hit me up if you guys have any questions. If you want, I'll let you look at some CP that I would use maybe for open world. Actually, nah, I take that back. But yeah, hit me up if you guys have any questions in the comments. This is